Oh, your mic, dude. It's over there.
How did we turn it on?
You hit the button and you hold it?
Oh, yeah, I hit the button.
All right, so I'm sure you guys want to know, like, how did this music video come about? Like, what started it all? We first put out a music video called Swimming in Plastic. It was a song that me and Davis did. Just about, you know, having a lot of discs. You know, when you open your trunk, you got so many discs in there.
And you only throw like 1/10 of them.
Right. I put out that song, and I was already a big fan of Scott Stokely. I messaged him on Facebook and said, hey, do you mind sharing this music video that we just put out? And he's like, yeah, sure. He ended up sharing it. I was like, wow, Scott Stokely just shared my video. So I went into the studio and started working on a new song. And then I messaged him and I said, hey, I started working on this song for you. And his response was, there's many things that one can aspire to in life, and having a song written about them is one of them. And I was like, oh wow, I was like, this is serious. So I immediately called Davis and I said, Davis, we got to get back in the studio, man. He was on board and we got to going. The lyrics came pretty naturally as we listened to the documentary, like, you know, as they were making it, so we can get the right material to put into the song. And because we really wanted the song to go hand in hand with the documentary and be very inspirational to people.
And we actually took it on as this is a really cool way to spotlight some of our talent that we have, but at the same time, like a really cool shot that happened. So we're watching it on GK Pro, right? GK Pro. And we're watching
OTB
it.
Skins.
Yeah, OTB Skins, right? And we're watching this guy like Simon Lizotte. I can't even remember all the disc golf.
Brody
it's
Smith.
Like the best in the world.
Yep.
Against Scott Stokely. And we're just such Scott Stokely fans because we want the underdog to win.
Right.
We do.
Who doesn't
As
want the
Americans,
underdog to win?
we want to see a guy that's 52 years old win. The thing that got me about this whole thing is the hole before, Scott Stokely looks so just defeated. And you never thought, when you were watching it for the first time, or when you do watch it for the first time, because after we talk about this and you see this video, you're going to want to go watch it for yourself. But it's GK Pro, OTB Skins with Scott Stokely, Simon Lizotte.
Calvin Heimberg and Brody Smith.
Calvin Heimberg and Brody Smith. But yeah, Calvin Heimberg, which is, dude, he's like the best this year, right?
He's so
number
good.
one, I
So
think.
good.
So that video had like the top freaking talent at the time.
Yeah.
Of you know, 2 or 3 of the top 10. Come on. 2 of the top 10 for sure.
Oh yeah.
2 of the top 5 maybe. So Scott Stokely, okay, is down on the hole before, but the skins get still tied, okay?
Right.
So you're seeing this guy for the first time, because I'm coming into disc golf as a newer player. I don't know much about him. I know his name because he's a great teacher, right? You know that.
Right.
That's all I knew about him. I knew he was a great teacher. I thought he was his teacher, dude. I didn't know he could play like that.
Yeah.
And then he comes through with this crazy freaking shot on his knee. Like, he's like down on the ground. He throws this shot through the freaking, like, the announcers are like, what in the, what is he doing? And then the disc like pops up and it's like 10 feet away from the basket. The craziest thing I've almost ever seen in disc golf. And I think it might be. It's close. I mean, just from my time that I've been watching disc golf, you know.
It's inspirational to me personally, for sure. Just to see like someone go through that struggle and then just, you know, never give up.
That's how we came up with Never Giving Up, because like that sequence of that video was just, it was amazing. Yeah. It's amazing to watch. Yep. And we thought that it was worthy of making a song about it. And that's why we put it together. And we thought it was for a good cause, a good guy. We've talked to Scott on the phone a few times. Probably the most positive human being I've ever talked to.
Oh yeah.
Or one of the, you know.
Yeah. Never thought I would be, you know, doing a song for Scott Stokely one day. I was already a big fan of his before this, and just like this happening is just like.
Yeah. I was a fan because of that video that I saw. GK Pro is pretty cool to watch the skins, because you get to watch when they do crazy shots. Well, I like that part about it, the skins.
Let me ask you this: what is your favorite scene in the music video?
There's a scene at that, it's Krog Street, right?
Krog Street,
Krog,
in the tunnel?
In East Atlanta, I believe. It's this cool, like, long tunnel that goes underneath, like, railroad tracks.
Lots of graffiti.
Lots of graffiti. We decided we were gonna film there, and there's this one part at the end where I'm like, it's over. And like that little scene, I like the way it turned out on the video, you know?
Yeah.
And I like if I would say my favorite parts without my parts being part of it, was honestly where Scott Stokely throws the disc and you see him like fall, and the disc, you just see it like float through the air and then land. I mean, that's the best part.
It was very inspiring.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the performance scenes, I'm gonna say my favorite scene is when we're sitting on that bench.
Yeah.
And just like you can see the lake in the background and like
At Little Mulberry Park.
Yeah, at Little Mulberry Park.
You can't see the lake.
You what?
You can see the lake?
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, okay.
And well, in some of those scenes you can. I'm pretty sure you can see
I
it.
don't know.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Go watch it. It's a beautiful scene. It was like the perfect spot, and
Right.
and the good thing is it was at our home course, our home disc golf course. Well, not technically on the course, it's like a separate section of the course.
That part of the park is probably the most beautiful part.
Yeah.
You know, because it has the lake and then the background with all the woods, and like it's on the top of the hill where we were sitting on the picnic table. So it is a really cool scene. The only bad part about that was it was freezing cold that day.
Oh.
Like it was brutally cold.
It was miserable.
And that's why
like you won't be able to tell when you watch the video, but we were suffering.
We're in Georgia, so suffering for us is like, it was like 20 something or 30.
Yeah, it was I think it was like 20 something that day.
Yeah, it might have been 20 something because it was, my hands froze when I was out there.
There was one scene where we were filming this area that didn't have much lighting, and we're like, let's go over there where the sun is hitting. And it actually turned out being a better looking scene. Yeah.
But the Krog Street was probably my favorite part because of the way the colors were in the background, and I wore actually this shirt. That's why that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
You know, I like this shirt for some reason, and we went.
Should have worn my
Scarface.
My Scarface shirt.
Yeah.
The reason why I wore the Scarface shirt because I felt like it went perfect with the song, with Never Giving Up, because Scarface never gave up.
Yeah, he never gave up till his last breath.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this interview slash
discussion. Video discussion.
Video discussion.
Yeah, Scott Stokely video discussion, volume 1.
1 of 1. Yeah, so make sure to go check us out. Cut Roll Disc Golf on YouTube and TikTok. Go buy the documentary. The documentary is it's gonna change the way you think in life. It's gonna be very positive for you.
Yep, go buy the documentary with Scott Stokely. You have to do it. Featuring John Jay and Devious's song.
Never giving up.
Never giving up. Ever.
Never giving up.